জয় জয় রামকৃষ্ণ বাঞ্ছা কল্পতরু, জয় জয় ভগবান জগতের গুরু, জয় জয় রামকৃষ্ণ অখিলের স্বামী, জয় জয় রামকৃষ্ণ অখিলের স্বামী, জয় জয় গুরু মাতা জগত জননী, জয় জয় অখিলের স্বামী, জয় জয় গুরু মাতা জগত জননী, জয় জয় মহাতার যত ভক্তগণ, জয় জয় দোহাতার যত ভক্তগণ, সবল চরণ মাঘে ঠাকুর আমার মায়েছে দেখবি যদি ঠাকুর আমার মায়েছে দেখবি যদি এমন স্নেহময়ী মা তোর কেউ দেখেনি আগের দিন শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণ বায়োগ্রাফি নামক যে সেগমেন্টটি, ওখান থেকে শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণ দি গড ইনটক্সিকেটেড স্টেট, ম্যারেজ অ্যান্ড দি আফটার লাইফ অফ ঠাকুর শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণ পরমহংসদেব, সেই পার্টটি আমরা করছিলাম। এবং সেখানে আমরা পার্ট 1-এ দেখেছিলাম ঠাকুর বলছে যে ঠাকুর নিজেই বলেছিল যে শারদামণি আমার ওখানে খুঁটো বাঁধাই আছে, শারদা জয়রামবাটির শারদামণির ঘরে তুমি যাও। তো ঠাকুর এরকম বলেছিল। তা আমরা তারপরের পার্টটি থেকে আমরা দেখব। The marriage ceremony was duly performed, and such an early marriage in India is the nature of the betrothal, the marriage being consummated when the girl attains puberty. But in this case, the marriage remained forever in this case, the marriage remained forever unconsummated. Sri Ramakrishna lived at Kamarpukur about a year and a half and then returned to Dakshineshwara. Hardly he has crossed the threshold of the Kali temple when he found himself again in the whirlwind. His madness reappeared tenfold. The same meditation, the prayer, and the same ecstatic mood, the burning sensation, the same weeping, the same sleeplessness, the same indifference in the body and the outside world, in the same divine delirium. He subjected himself to fresh disciplines in order to eradicate greed and lust, to great in the great impediments to spiritual progresses. So as Thakur Sri Ramakrishna returned to Dakshineshwara, he faced all the problems that were there before he came to Kamarpukur. With a rupee in one hand and some earth in other hand, he would reflect on the comparative value for these two for the realization of the God, and finding them equally worthless, he would toss them and with equal indifference into the Ganges. Woman he regarded as the manifestation of Divine Mother. Never ever in a dream did he feel the impulse of lust. And to root out of his mind the idea of caste superiority, he cleaned a Pariha's house with his long and neglected hair, and he would sit in meditation. Birds would perch on his head and peck in his hairs for grain or for food. Snakes would crawl over his body, and neither would be he aware of the other. Sleep left him altogether. Day and night vision flitted him before him. Means Thakuri was to lead a very tough life during that time. We can see from the authors, Swami Nikhilananda Maharaj's word. He was the sannyasi who had previously killed the sinner in him and again coming out of his body, threatening him with the trident and ordering him to concentrate on God. Or the same sannyasi would visit distant places, following the luminous path and bringing him reports of what was happening there. Sri Ramakrishna used to say later that in the case of an advanced devotee, the mind becomes the guru, living and moving like an embodiment being. So, afterwards, he used to say that in the case of an advanced devotee, the mind itself becomes the guru. When there is a case of advanced devotee, the mind seems to be acting like a guru, the living and moving like an embodiment being. Rani Rasmani, the foundress of the temple garden, passed away in 1861, and after her death, her son-in-law Mathur and Mathur Babu became the sole executor of the estate. He placed himself and his resources at disposal of Sri Ramakrishna and began to look after the physical comfort of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna later spoke of him as one of the 5 suppliers of stores appointed by the Divine Mother. Whenever a desire arose in his mind, Mathur filled it without any hesitation. So you can see that afterwards, passing away of Rani Rashmani, her son-in-law used to take care of Thakur Sri Ramakrishna. This was the marriage and after life of Thakur Sri Ramakrishna. Next day, we will, in our next episode, we will read the Brahmani part 1 in the same segment, God Intoxicated State of Sri Ramakrishna, a biography. And today we will end with the same mantra. Jayo Jayo Ramakrishna Bancha Kalpataru Jayo Jayo Bhagavan Jagatero Guru Jayo Jayo Ramakrishna Akilero Swami Jayo Jayo Ramakrishna Akilero Swami Jayo Jayo Guru Mata Jagatoro Janani Jayo Jayo Ramatar Jata Bhaktavan Jayo Jayo Ramatar Jata Bhaktavan Savalo Jalo Nori Age Adam Shabad Charono Dinu Age Adam নমস্কার ধন্যবাদ